Hello, my friends. Good to see you again. This is 7 English Bible School. Thanks for joining us. And once again, your presence means a lot to me. God bless you and keep you.
The whole Northeast is over.
Right,
most of the Midwest is. I mean, the whole Northeast is open. Most of the Midwest, Jake. Well, okay, but you know, you've got the entire Northeast section.
Some pretty big states.
You've got. They are big states, and I don't deny that there's going to be some impact. I don't think it's a huge impact. I mean, what? But I will say this: you said total unemployment is going down. That is correct. The continuing claims which lead unemployment. Most people look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics that print out the weekly claims.
So many of us have been making this point for months. As you know, you can't reopen the economy without the virus contained. You, President Trump, others at the White House pushed for the economy to reopen. We did, and now cases have skyrocketed and the economy appears to be taking yet another hit. Isn't it clear that the country reopened too quickly, wiping away the progress that had been made, prolonging harm to the economy?
Well, Jake, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of generalizations there. First of all, I don't think the economy is going south. I think it's going north, and I think that there's a bunch of indicators. Let me focus on that. I know something about that. You're in a housing boom right now. You're in a retail sales boom right now. You're in an auto car boom right now. Manufacturing, look at the ISM indexes, all are booming. New business applications are skyrocketing. Apple Mobility Index is very strong. And the jobs picture remains strong. There was a number of unemployment claims last week that slipped, but it was a seasonal adjustment problem. It's actually the lowest since early March. Continuing claims, which is going to predict the July jobs number out in a week or so, are the lowest they've been in almost 3 months. So I don't buy it. Now, I will acknowledge that in some of these spiking hot spots, yes, absolutely, you're going to see a moderation of this recovery, no question. On the other hand, Jake, apart from Texas, Arizona, and Florida, and California, where, by the way, Deborah Burke says there's some signs of stabilization. The whole Northeast is over.
Right.
Most of the Midwest is, I mean, the whole Northeast is open, most of the Midwest, Jake. Well, okay, but you know, you've got the entire Northeast section.
Some pretty big states.
You've got. They are big states, and I don't deny that there's going to be some impact. I don't think it's a huge impact. I mean, what we're seeing in the data so far is that in those areas, yes, those big four states, not so much, by the way.
Let me ask you about that
Arizona,
data.
Not so much Texas. But let me go.
Let me ask you about that data because I want to say the Census Bureau.
Where there are let me just say one second. I won't be long.
Let me just ask you about this because you want to talk about the data. The Census Bureau's new weekly survey. The Census Bureau's new weekly survey during the pandemic suggests job numbers have taken a turn for the worse. Our viewers can see. Let's put up the graphic in question 5. Our viewers can see total unemployment is actually going down, suggesting the U.S. may have lost almost $7 million jobs rather in the last month. Is it possible that the employment picture in the U.S. will look worse in July than it did in June? Is that possible, do you think?
No, I don't believe so. I can't see your numbers, Jake. I'm sorry, sitting in this truck. But I will say this. You said total unemployment is going down. That is correct. The continuing claims, which lead unemployment,
total employment is going down.
Rapidly.
Total employment is going down.
Well,
total employment is going down.
I don't know.
If
the
I misspoke,
Census
I
Bureau,
apologize.
you know, most, I forgive you, it's okay. Most people look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics that print out the weekly claims and the monthly jobs numbers. All right, that's what I haven't seen those census numbers, and I don't know that I'd put a lot of stock in it, but whatever. The fact it remains, as I was saying before, in some places, job declines or job increases have been affected. I don't deny it, but it's being made up by people calling back employees so that actually the joblessness rate is going to fall. I don't know the July number. We'll all learn it in about a week or so. But I do think the odds favor a big increase in job creation and a big reduction in unemployment. I just want to make the point, though, all these other signals, Jake, most economists, Wall Street, elsewhere, are suggesting we are in a self-sustaining recovery. Now, you can argue about the speed of it. I get that. And I don't deny that some of these hotspot states are going to moderate that recovery. But on the whole, the picture is very positive. And I still think the V-shaped recovery is in place. And I still think, Jake, there's going to be 20% growth rate in the third and fourth quarters. And I think that we've made great strides. I mean, federal government doesn't control this. We are leaders, hopefully, in encouraging people to be safe and secure and accept our guidelines. The states are in charge of this. Each state has a different story. Most of the states are doing rather well in this. So I'm not that pessimistic. Maybe I'm too optimistic. I'm happy to report Ambassador Deborah Birx, who is our leader on the health virus task force, she's reporting now that these bad hotspot states, the 3 or 4 of them, are actually showing early signs of plateauing. Let us hope and pray that that is the case. We are doing everything we can.
We've had 4 days of more than 1,000 deaths. Yeah, I mean,
yes, the fatality rate is.
I always hope.
Any death is a tragedy. Any death is a tragedy, Jake. I agree. But it is also true.
I'll say
it is also true that the fatality rate is much slower than it was. Don't forget.